Hello, Alexsandro. How are you, man?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine, thanks. What about you?
I'm very good, thank you. Okay, Alexandro. So, first of all, I want to thank you for accepting this conversation with me. As I always say, it's very important for me to get the feedback of you students. So, this is going to be a very nice conversation. And I want to ask you, do you want to introduce yourself in English?
Okay, my pleasure to talk to you, teacher. My name is Alexsandro. I'm 43 years old. I live in Planaltina do Goiás, but I was born in Teresina, Piauí. I'm married. I have two dogs, and I create the hens in my house because we have to eat eggs. It's very good, teacher.
Yeah, good.
Yes, and I love the animals. And uh, this is some things about my life.
Do you have any kids, Alexander?
No, no, I don't have kids. I'm married, but we don't have children.
Okay, okay. And what do you do for a living, Alexander?
Yes, I work next my house. I work like as a janitor. Sometimes I think by myself, this is not the best work of the world, but it's the best work for me because I have much time into many things during the day because I work. I begin to work 6 o'clock in the morning and I finish noon.
This is awesome. Okay, so very good English, Alexander. I already knew your English because you are always on the conversation classes, so it's very good. Uh, I want to ask you now, how long are you a student of the Jornada?
It's about 3 years.
Three
I think.
years.
I think my experience with the English course it is very good because I can say for you before I began to study in this course, my English it's a very slowly because
Mhm.
I had nobody to train English with me. Sometimes I train English by myself uh, look at the mirror and see my face. Then I study alone. But at the course, we have many persons that have the same goals to speak English. In this course, we talk English with many people. It's very good because we have to train English every day, but every week we have two days to train English with your classmates. It's very good. For me, it's an amazing.
Great. And why did you decide to learn English in first place?
I had about 12 years old.
Mhm.
I was in the my grandmother's house. My uncle gave to me a book. I didn't study English in the school public. When he gave to me a book, I saw a phrase very important that marked my life. This phrase say, "Roses are red, violets are blue, sugar is sweet, and so are you." I will never forget this phrase. That
In English?
yes, in English, that moment, uh, that moment in front, I began to like to study English. Now I'm here. I'm
And
here. I'm going to speak English and try to speak English.
that's amazing, this story, man. And how did you translate this sentence?
In the end of the book, in the last page, have a dictionary.
Ah,
Yes. Then some words I take this the end of the book and begin to write below of the sentence in English. Then I get to translate that phrase.
amazing. It's funny because Young people today, they have no idea how it is to translate things without Google Translator or some kind of application. So this is a very good story. See, young people, this is how we did it.
Yeah.
Amazing. And before the course, did you already try to learn English with some other courses or alone? You told by yourself in the mirror, but did you try to learn with other courses before the jornada?
Yes, I began to make other courses, but I can say that the problem is not the course. Sometimes the greatest problem is in me because I began to make a course, then I stop to make.
It
Uh,
happens with a lot of people.
yes, and I don't have it regularly. But now in this course, I begin to take more serious because I'm determined to speak English. I know that English is very important in our day. I know that sometimes I am not present in the conversation every week because sometimes my work is so difficult for me. But always that I can to attend the course to conversation, I am present.
Hmm.
It's yeah. I know that is it's very important to train English. I remember that the phrase is very important. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, Valmir always say this.
Yeah. Valmy is an amazing.
Yeah. And I know there are a lot of other courses on the internet. And why did you choose the Jornada? I don't know if you still remember because it's been like 3 years, but do you remember?
Yes, of course I remember. Sometimes I like to see some videos in the YouTube. Then I was scrolling in the telephone. Then I see you introduce your course. Then when I begin, I say by myself, this is the course that I begin to study, and I am going to achieve my goals. Then I'm here until today.
That's great, Alexsandro. And did you already achieve something with your English? Like, did you already speak to a native person or in English with someone or watch something?
Yes, of course. I'm a kind of a people that when I work in some place, when I see people speak other language, for example, if I see a people speaking English, uh, I get near that people and I begin to speak English. For example, the phrase more important for me when I meet a foreigner, it's where are you from? When the people say I'm from England, then I begin to speak English. For example, I say I'm Alexsandro. I begin to study English. How are you? What's your name? Then I begin a simple conversation with the people.
Uh-huh, that's amazing, man. And congratulations for this bravery. Not so
Uh,
many people do this. And what they tell you back?
yeah, sometimes say, hey, where, when do you speak English? Sometimes say for me, um, you speak English very well. I know that the people it's been politely, but I get very happy when I hear that of other people.
No, but you really do speak very well, Alexander, especially your accent. It's been improving so much, man. Your pronunciation is very clear, so we can understand every word. That's amazing.
Oh, thank you very much. You made my day, teacher.
And do you have any tips or something you want to say for the people that are listening to us now?
Speaking English, it's a process very important to everybody that want to speak English. It's a journey. It's a journey very long, but very important. It's worth it for everybody that want to speak English. I know that speaking English is not so easy to speak. main the listen. Sometimes it's very hard to understand when other people is speaking with us. But I know it's if you're going to improve your listening, your speaking English with this course, Jornada do Inglês, because for me it's very and amazing. It's the best course for me in English. You are going to achieve your dreams coming true. You are going to learn to speak English perfectly. I appreciate your kindness, your teacher, your support, because it's always ready to help us, and you are very patient to lead with us. It's very important to the students. I have to say to the other students, don't give up. Keep going.
Yeah, exactly. This is the main message. Don't give up, never. E se assim como o Alexsandro, você também tem o sonho de aprender inglês e quer alguém ali para sempre praticar toda semana, eu te convido a conhecer o curso da Jornada. O link para ele vai estar aqui embaixo na descrição. Tem 2 aulas de conversação por semana e você vai poder praticar o quanto você quiser. Por hoje é isso, até o próximo vídeo. Goodbye!